Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Bodacious Rant with Burn and Rye. You know, I'm joined by Burn, as always. You know, he's just chilling, you know, all that good stuff. And this week we are talking about the What If Season 1 finale on Disney+. And needless to say, I was pretty disappointed by it. I'm not going to lie. I know it's a little bummer to start out with, but that's on my mind, Burn. I don't know what you thought of it.
I mean, I didn't think it was great, but I still had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it had some good things to it, but overall, I was just like, it was...
Is it one of the better episodes? No, I don't think so.
No, definitely not. I hate to say it, it's definitely one of the weaker ones, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It's
not like the weakest one,
for
but
me, yeah. Doesn't quite get as low as the murder mystery one for me. So it's I would put it there with like the Party Thor one and the Captain Carter one. I think, somewhat more along the middle.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Captain Carter one, but I think it's like right below Party Thor, out of the ones I'm not like completely thrilled with this season. So my rating for this one is going to be a 2 out of 5, just because it did have some great action to it. There were some cool character moments, but overall it just fell flat for me. I didn't really care for it. But I would still like, if there's season 2 coming out, I'm definitely gonna watch it, obviously. But this was just not a great way to end this season, so that's mine.
Yeah, I would give it a 3. I guess I'm a little bit more positive on this than you are. I think the action sequences alone really elevated it for me. Like you said, the story isn't like much to write home about, and there are a lot of like plot hiccups here and there, but overall the whole action sequence is very entertaining, and I did thoroughly enjoy that. And I think one of the better things about this whole series was the characters, so seeing them all together in this episode was really nice, and I did enjoy their back and forth for the most part. There are a couple issues here and there, but I can't really get into that now.
That's fair, Burn. But yes, as always, we are going to have a spoiler session in a second, so not a literal second, as you know. But if you guys haven't seen this last episode yet, please check it out, see what you guys think of it, and come on back and we'll share the spoils, as you will, with us.
Absolutely.
But let's get started, shall we, my dude?
Yes, let's get right into it.
So I thought it was the intro was kind of an interesting way to go about it, just because it was, we're seeing Agent Carter as the Winter Soldier, which I thought that was a really cool design for her. Like, she's
got the stealth suit.
I like the stealth suit on her. I think it looked really cool. Her hair is a little, different, a little more modernized and stuff. And, the Watcher's just starting to pick off all his heroes, and I thought that was cool to see her. Killmonger comes back. Party Thor, I love how he just scoops him up.
That was my favorite one. Yeah, just like that, kind of like a nod to Ragnarok when he's being gonna meet the Grandmaster.
Oh my god! And then it's like, okay.
It's over.
What else? What else was interesting? The biggest thing, I think, why I gave this such a low rating was the whole Gamora part. How her, and then
she's the biggest negative for me here.
Like, I loved Gamora. I love her design, and then Stark out of nowhere with his like Iron Patriot Sakaran looking armor. That looks super cool, but I'm like, where the hell is the episode on this?
Yeah, right.
But there's a lot of, like, I think you and I talked about it, and then I saw a confirmation of that, like our conversation, where it's like, yeah, they ran out of time, they didn't have time to do that episode, and it's like, okay, then why even have her character in it? Like, why not just do the episode while the season's going on? I don't know. I just thought that was a weird detrimental thing. Yeah, very weird choice. Not a great idea to do that. It was. Overall, I liked their chemistry together. Killmonger, we'll talk about that in a minute. He was definitely the outlier. Just did not fit in. Not in a bad way, but like, he he's still a villain at heart, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, it's like everyone, once the Watchers like got the team together and they're all in this like inner multiversal bar. It seems like they we do get a lot of character interactions between these alternate versions of characters we already know. So it was nice to see like their banter and their back and forth, and I thought that was like really well done. But like you said, it was like Killmonger was the odd man of the group, and I was like, why is he here for the most part? I mean, like you said, we do find out like his purpose later on, but it was just like the whole time I was like he just doesn't gel with this group, and again, I guess he did serve his purpose, but it was just like he didn't add anything to the team dynamic in that moment.
Yeah, he was. I think that's like a bit of a. He was just kind of there just to be there. He didn't really have to be there, but he was just a plot device in this episode. Yeah. So he didn't really have much room to work with, unfortunately. But their idea was cool, like how Gamora has a stone, how she killed Thanos in her universe, and she's very anti-Thanos. So she has a machine to destroy the stones, which I thought was pretty neat. That multiverse version of her is still a good hero, not like an ultimate. I thought it was like she's an ultimate villain, like she took over Thanos, became leader of that. But we didn't have an episode, so I don't know what
I mean, I would have liked to learn more about this version of Gamora and why she has, like you said, that Thanos armor. Again, like my assumptions were the same as yours. Was like, oh, she usurped Thanos and took on like his mission, and like I guess like in a different way or whatever. But obviously that's not the case. So it's like, okay, that whole idea is just gone.
Definitely not, but I think my favorite three characters out of this whole episode was Captain Carter, Gamora, and Doctor Strange, man. Evil Doctor Strange. You're thinking even though he realized his whole mistake and stuff, I thought he was going to potentially be like a bad, like, not a bad guy, but he was going to be the monkey wrench in the whole operation just because all the dark energy he has, but he was a goat, man. He was just awesome. Just like his MCU version, he was the best part to watch when the action came out. When Ultron started doing his thing, I loved the fact when they were on that random planet to get out of there, to stop slow him down. He opens a dimension above him, or a portal, and all the Marvel zombies come down to get him. But at the same time, that was also like what the hell happened with that? Because we see Scarlet Witch at the end of the whole the zombie horde, and we don't see what happens to her after that. Like, she looks at Vision like, huh? Like, what happened? But I was like, where did she go? What was the whole point of that? That was something that kind of irked me. Like, I was hoping we were going to see an epic battle between them, or she was going to help him in the end, but she just completely gone. Or did I miss something?
I mean, they had like a quick little exchange, and then, there was just, like you said, it's kind of, at that point in the fight, things were just kind of like coming at you like a mile a minute, so it didn't feel like, for me at least, that particular moment needed any resolving, because this is like a zombie version of Scarlet Witch, so there's really not much you can do with that character there. It's like it would be wasted time, I think.
She could have gone for his robot brains, I don't know, but
but I mean, on the subject of Doctor Strange, it was like, it very much was reminiscent, like a lot of the moments here were his moments in particular were reminiscent of the Infinity War battle on Titan, where he's just like going at it with magic, like all the different spells that he's using. I particularly liked how he gave everybody like protection spells. I was like, that's pretty cool. Like, I like that little aspect of it. It felt kind of like like if when you're playing a role-playing game, or like a Dungeons and Dragons game, like you have like everybody on your team is like a particular build, like he's the wizard, and then Peggy's like the like the warrior or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, this is like a cool little, everybody's got their own specialties.
Yeah, I thought that whole little roundup of them, like reminiscent of the first Avengers, I thought that was pretty cool, because I'm like, such an interesting group of heroes, the guardians of the multiverse, as you will. And the overall, again, the action was great with this episode. There were, especially when they go to the Ultron universe where he originated from, and Black Widow comes in to help out. She's another great character to watch this episode. She really pulled through, and she was kind of their ace in the hole, much like Harley in Birds of Prey, or not Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, where they're fighting Starro, but she's the one who goes in, spears him, and it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, she's got the Zola arrow.
Uh-huh. I thought that was a pretty cool scene, but
Yeah, there's that moment when they're all like tag teaming this, what do they call him? Infinity Ultron or Ultron Infinity, where everyone's just like wailing on him, like so that he doesn't have a moment to breathe. Essentially, I thought that was like really well done. That was awesome.
yeah, like when they were going at him with the two shields, I thought that was really cool. And again, just Doctor Strange with all his stuff going on. I thought that was just so cool to watch.
The dragons and all that. Yeah, it was awesome.
But besides that, once they got the Zola arrow in him and stuff, it's like, you think Zola may have done the right thing, but it's like, no, of course not. He's still a villain. So he tried to take over Vision's corpse, and Eric, like Killmonger, how he has the Ultron head, he's playing around with it. I was like, oh, okay, so he's gonna use Ultron's machinery somehow for his own agenda, and there we go, it played out, and I was like, ugh, all right, it was just too predictable, I feel like, and not in a great way where it was like, oh my god, like this is epic. It was like, no, it was just basic. And then I guess the one thing I kind of did like was Doctor Strange put him in another like dome of imprisonment. I thought, that's kind of funny. They're like a little snow globe of conflict. I thought that was kind of funny.
See, that's why I think that this the particular quote unquote like twist worked for me, because you like you said, you can see it coming a mile away. Once Widow and Clint, they got Zola into that arrow, and they're like, okay, we're gonna work with Zola. I was like, okay, he's gonna betray them. And then once they have Killmonger and this Guardians of the Multiverse team, I was like, he's gonna betray them. So I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. Like you have a betrayer against another betrayer, and of course they're going to come at odds, and that will be the moment that will give them a chance to win this fight, essentially. So I thought the Watcher Uatu played that really well. So again, throughout the episode, I was just kind of like, okay, where are we going with the Killmonger? Like he's clearly gonna like betray you guys. And then once they wrapped it all up in the end, I was like, oh, okay, that was the point. Like he knew it was going to happen and use that to his advantage. So I thought that was a nice little subversion of expectations there.
Yeah. Like I said, it just was it was just too predictable to me, but no, I totally get what you mean.
Predictable in that they were just going to betray, or that they were going to use the betrayal against them?
No, that they were going to betray him. I was like, okay, I saw that coming. But so I was just like, I was just hoping for something more for this episode, being like, what if? Because last episode was great. I was hoping they would use that momentum to keep like riding that into this, but it just fell flat for me. I can't really put my finger on it otherwise, but the ending was pretty cool. I liked how they all kind of went back to their respective universes, and like, I liked T'Challa, how he's fighting with Quill. So it's like, okay, cool. We kind of have two Star-Lords going on. Thor just went back to partying with Jane. And then what else happened?
And then Widow gets put into the universe of the one where the murder mystery one where the Widow of that universe was killed. So she's there with like these new Avengers essentially, or like Nick Fury's new team with Captain America on like D-Ice and Captain Marvel like in the mix too from the beginning. So I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool new version of the Avengers.
Yeah, I thought that was actually. I guess that I was reading something. I don't know if you saw this too, but Kevin Smith actually cried at their Widows and Uatu's exchange, where they all kind of went back to the universe, and she's like, "What do I have to go back to? Like my universe is gone. Like I'm essentially the last person there. Like, do you not care about the situations that we're all put in, especially mine?" And he's like, "All your stories all matter to me. Like I'm sorry." He's kind of apologizing, like, "I'm sorry I let that happen, but I didn't have a choice at the time. Like I don't want to put you through that, but." Yeah, it was good that she dropped him in that universe. Like, oh, good, she has a family again, and she's around friends again. So I thought that was kind of heartwarming. And the mid credit scene I really enjoyed too. I just finished that, and I thought it was cool that they kept going with that Winter Soldier theme and how there's the Hydra Stomper on the ship. I was like, what? Like. So is Steve buff now, or is he still is he stuck in there? I'm just curious to see what that's gonna play out for the next season. So.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, is it just like Steve was preserved or something, or is it gonna be sort of like a twist on the whole Winter Soldier thing, where Bucky in this universe wasn't the one to fall into the ice, and so it's like, is this Steve an agent of Hydra essentially This,
I think that'd be cool. He's a shield stomper now.
The whole Hydra stomper takes on a whole new meaning. It's a stomper for Hydra, not of Hydra.
I don't know. we'll have to see next season. But yeah, like I said, it had some enjoyable moments. I don't mean to be a total bummer with this one, but I was, I guess, hoping for more, and I can't quite put my finger on what I was hoping for. I think I just wanted a little more surprise for this one, a little more fun direction with it. But other than that, we still got good action. I love the character design for, like I said, Captain Carter, Gamora. I think we saw some cool stuff here. But I'm still looking forward to next season. I'll still definitely watch it, and hopefully, they'll keep, learn from this season and make it better for the next one.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it kind of continues the trend for the most part of the penultimate episode being the better episode in the finale, like not being the greatest, with the exception being Loki, where I think that last episode really nailed it. It seems like for the other series, it seems like that they don't really have like the strongest of ends, but the lead up to there is like very, very interesting, and I think that was a bit of the case here with a little bit more variety, because it's an anthology, so it's like one of those things where everyone's going to have their own particular favorite episodes. But I think everyone could agree that last week's episode was a little bit stronger than this one.
I'm right there with you, but I got nothing else. What about you, Bern?
No, I mean, like you said, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the series continue, and hopefully, they have a little bit more fun with the the anthology aspect of it, the more like crazy multiversal aspects of it. Just take a little bit of note from Star Wars Visions. I think they had a little bit more fun with the genre there.
Yeah, they definitely could go a little bit out there more so, instead of just kind of rehashing old movies with different versions. Like it worked for Agent Carter's version, like Captain Carter, for me, in my opinion, but everything else was like it's just a little flat. That could have been done. It could have had more. They just need to have more fun with it. So we'll have to see. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys agree with us, let us know. Did you guys absolutely love it? Were you bummed out as well by it? I don't know. I'd love to know in the comments. Like, subscribe, share us around, all that good stuff. And, we got No Time to Die coming out this week, so I'm super excited for that. The end of an era with James Bond and Daniel Craig, man.
16
years. He's our generation's Bond, yes.
Long time.
Wait, almost too long, but at the same time, it's Daniel Craig. He's a badass, so, I love it. But we got way more movies and stuff coming out this month, so everybody stay tuned. Stay bodacious, keep on Rant, and stay safe as usual. And Bern, I will adios, amigo.
I know, man. You just son of a bitch stole my line. Adios, everybody.
Peace out.